Okay, so I'm going to very quickly go through the OUCC, which I had put up earlier on. Um, Now, the first question that we've got here, an image is made of a grid of pixels, for example, 500 pixels wide by 300 pixels high. An image's color depth represents how many colors each pixel can be made from. For example, a GIF may support 8-bit pixels. So what that means is, just like you guys would have learned how to calculate the area or something, you'd usually do the width times height. And this is something how we can see exactly how many pixels an image is made of. Um, so that's for each pixel. Then we need to think about how many bits would be used for each pixel to calculate the image's file size. And so what it says here is an image's color depth, which means, well, how many colors each pixel can be made from. For example, a GIF may support 8-bit pixels. Well, that means that each pixel, each tiny little square in that image would have 8 bits. So that's 8 ones and zeros, so 1 byte uh, for that one pixel. And so what we'll do is to calculate the file size of an image in megabytes, we multiply the number of pixels by the color depth. So the number of pixels, which we'll do 500 by times 300, and then multiply that by the color depth, and then divide it by this figure here. So your task would be to complete the function provided so that it outputs the file size of the image in megabytes, given any positive values for height, width, and color depth. Now, this is something you'd probably be able to do very easily in maths, and you probably know the mathematical formula to work this out. But all we'll do is we'll have a new variable. Well, they've already given us a variable here called file size. And what we want to do is we want to set this file size to a particular number. So set file size. And what do we want to set it to? We've been given, to be honest, most of the information here. We want to set it to, let's go to maths. We're going to do variables height. This is quite similar to Scratch, times width. So now we know how many pixels it's made up of. We want to make that as times. We've got that. And obviously we want to do that with the color depth as well. So we can use another maths. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to drag this into there. So we're going to times that by the color depth. Let's get another variable, color depth. Okay, and let's grab another one because we want to do one more bit of maths there. Let's put all of that in there, and then we wanted to divide that. Yep, divide that. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move this here so that I can get that typed in correctly. 8388608. Let's pop that in there. So what we've done here is to calculate the file size, set the file size to height times width times color depth and divide it by this figure there. And that should return me my file size. Based on this, if I run this, okay, this is the actual file size of that. And it hasn't told me if I'm correct or not, but that's basically how that would be done. Okay, let's look at the next question, which is a mean question. The mean or average of a set of numbers is found by adding them all up and then dividing by how many numbers we are provided. Very straightforward. Complete the function provided so that it outputs the mean of any given 5 positive integers. Do not alter any of the blocks provided. Again, this one will be quite easy. It's basically us adding the 5 numbers together and then dividing that by 5. It seems like my time is nearly up for this video, but let's get set. We've got mean, set mean 2. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add up the 5 numbers together and have another set mean to divide that by 5.